take charge of your life and live it to the fullest. Would that be of interest to you, just like the athletes that we saw? I hope so, because the Wisconsin Senior Olympics has created a program just for you. 5 steps to take charge and win. You might want to win the gold, the silver, or the bronze. Or you may want to get involved simply to stay fit in your senior years. Hi, my name is Gloria Boileau. Over the past several months, our lives have changed dramatically due to the coronavirus, and we're still all trying to adapt to this new normal. Part of the new normal is stay at home. Therefore, I am coming to you from my home. Welcome. In addition to the program that I had mentioned, WSO will be offering other educational programs in hopes of sharing advice with you on how to have this be a time of positive growth. We will also have valuable resources for you at the website in hopes of keeping you fit and also to be your best and, of course, to win the gold. Winning the gold is a monumental achievement, and it can be challenging. So when those challenges arrive, remember the words of Napoleon Hill. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, he can achieve. So let's get started. The first step of the 5-step program to take charge and win is to be laser focused on your goal, because the clearer that you are on what you want to achieve contributes greatly to your success. Also, setting goals helps us to have more concentration, confidence, ability to ignore distractions, and focus on what is right. And it helps us to maintain and enhance our motivation. Short and long-term goals are very important because the short-term goals are measurable, and so we can always see the progress that we're making as we move along our long journey on our long-term goal. Whether you're wanting to participate in the Olympics or to maintain fitness and stay fit in your senior years and work on this on your own, I still highly recommend that you identify what your laser focus is, because you will get better results. So first of all, consider which sports you're going to participate in, how often you're willing to practice, will you have a coach, and when are you going to achieve your goal. There's so many sports that are available within the Senior Olympics. I encourage you to go to our website. And the address on that is wiseniorolympics.com. Again, wiseniorolympics.com. There you'll also see the dates for the 2020 competition. There's many sports to choose from. Our most popular are track and field, pickleball, and swimming. The lesser popular are badminton, lawn bowling, and race walking. Yet there's still more for you to choose from. So visit the website and consider being in several different events. After you have identified fully what your laser focus goal is, then it's very important to actually write it out. The more that you see it, the more we're reminded of our commitment to our goal. And in writing it out, it might look like, I, Gloria Boileau, compete in the Wisconsin Senior Olympics in the cycling event and win the gold on September 12, 2020. Or if this is a personal goal, it might be, I, Gloria Boileau, walk 3 times a week at 8 a.m. in the morning, and I do this for the rest of my life. And really, when you make that declaration, it makes a difference in how you feel about your commitment. Once you've done that, this is where the fun part begins. Then you get to go to your support team. And that might be your family, friends, whoever is really going to be behind you in believing that you can achieve this goal. Because oftentimes when we say to people, oh, I'm going to be in the Olympics and win the gold medal, we don't quite get the response that we think we're going to get. So be selective in the people that you choose to be a part of your support team. And make sure to write it down. So looking at the slide here, again, I, and then you put your name in there, will participate in, and then the event on the date, and then you fill in the date. The more information that you can have specifically on your plan, the greater results you're going to get. And it really gets to be fun once you've got your support team in and doing it with you. All of this work that we're talking about is really moving ahead with positive growth in our life. And when we focus on that, we really feel so much better about ourselves. And one participant that certainly accomplished so much is a woman by the name of Kathy. She had already accomplished a major goal in her life. She actually lost 130 pounds. Yes, you heard me right. Having achieved that, she decided that she wanted to participate in the 5K in the Wisconsin Senior Olympics, and she did a great job. But then she decided to be even more focused on her goal. And what you're about to hear is remarkable. But I'll let her tell that story because she tells it best.
The Senior Olympics, the first time that I had run the 5K, a man who was 78 years old passed me, and I thought, oh my God, these are not the people I thought I was going to be racing. So, that really, I really had to up my game. But with that, I felt like this is when I realized my athletic life has just begun. And this year, I accomplished one of my goals, actually 3 weeks ago. I ran my furthest distance, it was 50 miles. I did it in 12 hours and 6 minutes.
Now, isn't it amazing to think? Here we have a person that set goals to lose 130 pounds, to then participate in the 5K, and then to actually achieve running 50 miles in that length of time. That certainly is an Olympian. It's fantastic. And there are people like that in the Senior Olympics that we can share their successes as we move forward on whatever it is that we want to achieve. Now, I can guarantee you there will be obstacles. And sometimes we just feel like we can't do this and we really start doubting ourselves. Remember that that's a normal, healthy human emotion because we're way outside of our comfort zone. But also remember the words of H. Jackson Brown. Don't be afraid to go on the limb because that's where the fruit is. And let me repeat that again. It's great. Don't be afraid to go out on the limb because that's where the fruit is. So in order to help you go out on that limb and get the fruit, practice what we talked about today. Get your laser focus. And then we're going to be moving on to step 2 of the 5 steps to take charge and win. Hello again. I hope that you've been able to take some time to think about your laser focus for competing in the Senior Olympics or achieving your personal goal. I know that I have, and I am so energized. As soon as I committed to competing in cycling in this year's Olympics, there was really an excitement and an energy that came over me, and I realized I got to get into the game now. I was sitting in the corner on the couch, and you know what? You might be doing the same thing. Let's get together and start moving this because that's how we're all going to win. Now, we know that there's going to be obstacles, right? But that's okay because that's all a part of it. I don't know how I'm going to make it through those obstacles, but I'll find my way. And that's what step 2 of the 5-step program to take charge and win is all about. It's creating a new mindset. And this is to find the silver lining within the challenges or the chaos and moving forward in an optimistic way into the future. So, in talking about the mindset, let's step back just a minute. In the past, prior to this pandemic, there was a sense of normalcy in life, and there was a regular pattern. We ate, we slept, we drank, we socialized, we went out with friends, and we had a great time. Basically, we're enjoying life. That was the normal. And then suddenly everything changed with the pandemic. That sense of normalcy was literally swept away and replaced with uncertainty and unpredictability. And over a matter of days, something happened that we were requested to do that was really something we couldn't even comprehend prior to these last couple months. Don't go to work. Don't go to school. Wear a mask. Stay 6 feet from the next person. And of all things, stay home, which we have to do. But this is our new normal, and it's creating unprecedented fear and anxiety. And that fear is prevalent and powerful. It'll hold us back if we let it, but we don't have to, because fear is conquerable and manageable. And that takes us to the new mindset. With all due respect and great compassion for all of those that are affected by this horrible virus, it's really important and valuable to see if we can find a silver lining that will help us to move forward during this challenging time. And taking that one step is the difference between the new normal of fear and chaos and the new mindset of being able to move forward optimistically into the future. The businesses are closed. We can't go anywhere for entertainment, which means the silver lining is that we have more time. And that more time can be spent in creating positive growth in your life. So when you think about your place within these dynamics, how might you be able to move forward with your sport and find a new skill set that's going to help you in the future so that when we're able to go out again, you're going to be much better positioned than many of the other athletes. And we're not going to be able to do it in the same way because of the restrictions that we have right now. But for me, with my cycling, I know that I have a pump for my bike, and I'm not very strong. So I'm going to have to gain some muscle to work with my pump. Also, I had to dig out my helmet, and I'm going to have to find my shoes. The other thing that I decided to do, seeing that I can't be out and about riding right now, is I'm going to bring my bike up on my deck and learn how to change the tire. I don't know how to do that. So we have to find different ways of being able to continue to be better at our sport. And one of the other things that I'll do is I will go out for a bike ride in the period of time where we're supposed to go and get our exercises based on the restrictions that we're living in right now. So think about what you're going to do. And every time that you think about your plan and you stay focused with it, there's going to be something inside of you that says, I can do this and I can move forward. And suddenly you just know what you're supposed to do next. The sooner you create the plan, the better you're going to positioned you're going to be when the world opens up. You can even go to the website where there's tutorials. And in fact, there's a warm-up tutorial by one of our board members. His name is Neil. Let's take a look at this.
10. Okay, now we're going to cross over, put our fist on our chest, and lift your knee and cross over and out. Crossover, out. 3, 10. 10 more with a shoulder press. 1, 2, 3.
So you could be working on these tutorials, which are extremely helpful. You can also talk to different people in WSO to learn about how to compete, because the psychological aspect of that is something that we really do need to learn. And in each one of us starts to create this new way of thinking, we're going to be better off all the way around. And symbolically, think of it this way. If you look at this little flower that I have right here, the flower standing alone is very pretty, but it's still standing alone. When you look at all the flowers together, it's beautiful. This is us individually, and here we are collectively. So there is a great advantage for all of us to start thinking this new mindset and moving forward. And we can do this. Think about what Gandhi said. Be the change that we want to see in the world. And more than anything, think about this phrase. When the going gets tough, the tough bounce back. So let's get bouncing. I encourage you to find your mindset and start to move forward. And hello again. What if I suggested to you to go out on the town, get all dressed up, and dance to your heart's content as if nobody was watching? You know why? Because it can help to make you a better athlete. It's true. And that brings us to step number 3, infusing fun into your sport and into your life. Do you know a lot of people actually have trouble having fun because they think everything has to be done before they can go and play? But we all know everything is never done. And so we have to allow ourselves to be able to go out and play. Having fun is actually a necessity. It's not a luxury. It's good for the mind. It's good for the body. It's good for the soul. And we know that there's health benefits to it as well. It can help to increase your immune system. It can reduce stress and anxiety, and that really helps in letting go of our self-doubts. It can also improve our memory and our concentration. And for me, I get more energy, I have less aches and pains, and I am happy. So think about this. Let's take a fun factor inventory. How much fun are you actually having these days? And when is the last time that you had a really good belly laugh? And how about doing things spontaneously? Think about it. It's really important that we do have fun. If you're having a challenge with that, I highly recommend that you actually make an appointment with yourself to have fun. Yes, you put it on your calendar, and then sometimes we even have to set the alarm to remind ourselves to go out and to have that fun. And I decided at one point, you know what? Every day is a celebration. We're so fortunate every day to have such a beautiful life. And one great way to really have fun with it for many people is to listen to music. I love music. And actually, I take the guitar, electric guitar, to top it off. Yes, here it is. Can you believe it? And I'm having the time of my life. I take 3 classes at MATC, and I totally enjoy the people that I'm with, and I'm learning all the time. I walk out of that class and I am just so happy. I'm so excited, and I've had a great time. A great time. So I encourage you to do the same. Go and find whatever it is that really makes you happy. One of the great ways to do that is to participate in the Senior Olympics. There are so many people that are really a lot of fun to be around. And sometimes I hear, oh, well, you know, I'm really not all that good at my sport, or I'm afraid. Guess what? We all were. And you don't have to be perfect. You only have to show up. And once you're there, everything changes. And fear doesn't exist when you're having fun, so you don't have to worry about that. Some people say, oh, well, I had hip surgery or I had knee surgery. That's okay. Go to our website. We have a tutorial to help you strengthen. And then I hear, oh, I'm too young. You know, this is senior citizens. And I also hear, I'm too old. Our sport is available to people anywhere from 40 to 100 plus. And we're all having a great time. And a lot of times I think people get old when they retire simply because they don't have the social connection and they become inactive. Don't be one of those people. You also might be a mom stay at home, or you might be alone and feeling disconnected. Remember what we learned in our new mindset? That when we join together, we are no longer alone. We're a part of the Senior Olympics. And it's a wonderful feeling. And if anybody doubts whether they can do that or they're too old, boy, do I have a story to share with you. The person's name is Edith, and she is just a delight. And she competed, and she is 94 years old. I'm going to let her share her great story because you won't even believe it. Here's our Edith.
Over the 10 years, I accumulated 29 medals, and that is more than Michael Phelps. He has only 27. Is that real gold that you have? No, mine is not real gold either. When the sun shines or the light shines on it, it is gold.
Can you believe it? Edith won 29 medals. And even if those medals aren't the real gold, Edith sure is. She is an absolute treasure to all of us. So think about what you're going to do to go out and have fun. One of the things that you can do is when you reach a short-term goal, go out and celebrate with your friends. And as always, the best people to be having fun with are our family and our friends. We can be cooking with them. We can be gardening. It doesn't necessarily have to be related to your sport. One of the things that I love to do, particularly since we've been having some restrictions, is to get into my convertible, drop that top down, and turn on the music, and I will sing to my heart's content. And I keep driving up north until I find a river. Then I get out and I walk on the river, and I just so enjoy the peace and the harmony that that brings to me. And it shows me how beautiful Mother Nature orchestrates itself. She has everything in right order. The streams are still flowing, the flowers are growing, the sky is blue, and we can truly relax about everything that's going on. Coincidentally, one of the things that's happened for me as I've been doing these rides regularly is that I've come across a whole lot of bike trails. And so when the world opens up again, I can enhance my skill set so that I go on those bike trails to prepare myself for winning the gold in the cycling division. That feels good. So I ask you, what are you doing to have fun in your life? Really think about that, and if nothing comes to mind, put it on your calendar, set your alarm, and get ready to have some fun. And remember that being too busy is no excuse for being boring or not living your life. So I encourage you to take the challenge. Break out, be bold, have fun, and stay forever young. Hello, WSO. WSO, are you ready for number 4? Creating a dynamic community for you so that you can continue to take charge and win. Listen to these different slogans. Together we are strong. We will get through this together. We need to take care of ourselves, but we also need to take time to take care of others. These slogans are an inspiration because they give us a feeling of togetherness and belonging, which is a natural human healthy need that we all have. In fact, psychologists all the way back to Maslow told us that this social connection is one of our fundamental human needs. And when we're a part of a community, it creates a support system where we can express our feelings when we're happy or when we've got sorrows. And we can do this with our friends and with our family and others as well. Think of the late Bill Withers' wonderful song that's so applicable to this. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm going to need somebody to lean on. By being a part of a community, we feel as if we're a part of something much greater than ourselves. And it gives us the belief and the strength to move forward and achieve our goals beyond what we thought that we could do alone. And it also makes us feel safe and secure. To find a community, I always encourage people to go and do something that you love, even if you've never done it before. And you will find a community there for you simply because they're already doing whatever it is that you're interested in participating in. And they will be supportive because they know that you have a common interest with them. Now, you'll know if you're in the right environment because you're going to feel appreciated. You're going to be heard. You're going to feel respected, and you're going to feel empowered. You'll also know if you're not in the right place, if you're feeling judged, invisible, drained, and like there's just a lack of respect. What I say to that is move on. And keep in mind the proverb, when one door shuts, another one opens. And be open to spontaneity, because that's where the fun is. And as we do that, and as we're willing to be in the synchronicity of life, doors open that we wouldn't have thought possible before. I love to go out and venture into areas with people that I haven't done before because I find it just so exhilarating. In fact, the first time that I volunteered for the Wisconsin Senior Olympics, I didn't know anything about cycling, but I thought, you know what? I like to cycle, and so I'm going to go and be of service. And it was wonderful. First of all, the park in Menominee Falls was absolutely beautiful. So I had gotten to go somewhere I had never been before. And the reception that I received from the volunteers and the participants was so far beyond any expectation I could have even imagined. And being able to watch these cyclists and the talents that they have was an absolute inspiration to me. And I can honestly say, as I gave these medals to the people as they won their sport, and I saw the joy and the excitement of their achievement, it just opened up something inside of me that said, I can do this. So I can tell you for sure, hadn't I been willing to go to a community where I knew everybody's talents were far superior to mine, that I wouldn't have had this wonderful experience, nor would I be training to be in the cycling event this year in the Senior Olympics. And that's exciting. So go ahead and think about attending communities that you've never participated in before if you have a common interest there. One of the greatest is Wisconsin Senior Olympics. And let's just think about things that you could do with them now. We have an event that is at the State Fair where we work with the New Berlin Lions Club to make corn on the cob. There's also the Zoo Walk, obviously, at the Milwaukee Zoo. There's the opening ceremonies. There's the Hall of Fame event. There's so many different things. And maybe right now we all just need to Zoom and talk to each other on the conference videos. And yet that can be exciting because you're already going to be accepted and enjoyed by other people because you are with like-minded people. When we are with like-minded people, there is magic that happens that doesn't happen anywhere else. And that's when it gets really exciting. You could also serve on a committee and you could get together and just socialize. Here's what a couple of the participants had to say. Let's hear from Brian and Kurt.
The Senior Olympics are just the best. I cannot say enough good about the camaraderie that takes place between the competitors here. You're trying to win, but it's a friendly competition, and I can't say enough good about the competition and the attitude people have towards each other. It's great.
I have to agree. The people I met at the finish line of these races was just amazing. Everyone's helping each other out, congratulating each other. It's just a fantastic experience.
Isn't that fantastic? Everything they said is exactly what I experienced. It is so exhilarating to be with this community. You see, as we all join together and we have experiences, we flourish as a community. And that community is something very, very special. So how about taking this moment and seizing it, moving forward on a wonderful adventure with us, and we will all empower each other, we will inspire each other, and we will move forward so that we can all, as a community, take charge and win. Are you ready to cross that finish line and achieve your personal goal and to win the gold? Then it's time for our final step. Step 5, take action and win. A couple additional techniques that are critical to make sure that you reach your victory. First of all, be 100% accountable to your coach, to your support team, and most important, to yourself. If you need to perform better, do it. If you need to have a better diet, do it. If you need to practice for more hours every single day, do it. This is not a time for talking anymore. The clock is ticking. And when you commit fully, that is when you will win the race. Next, consider your timeline. Do you have a month, a week, days, hours? Being very conscious of your timeline is going to create a better awareness of the importance of being prepared. Also have the date, the time, the location. Go and check out your environment and visually see yourself winning your gold. I went several different times because I wanted to be comfortable in that environment. Having done this is going to set you apart from others so that you can win the race. And then there's the 3 P's that can really give me a challenge, and that is practice, persistence, and patience. We've talked about practice, and it is absolutely critical that that be done at your highest level. Be better than your best each time that you practice. And being persistent is what is going to assure that you will be the first one across the finish line above anybody else. And then be patient with yourself. This is the one that's a challenge for me because I'm always wanting to do my best, but sometimes we don't have as great of a performance. Remember, we're going to bounce back. So just be persistent in there and continue to move forward. And now that you have the 5 powerful steps for taking charge to win, what are you going to do? What is your plan? It's time to bring all 5 steps together. And the more specific that you can be in each one of them, the more possible it is going to be that you will achieve your victory. And there's going to be obstacles that are going to show up. Believe me, I know firsthand. Yes, I competed in the Senior Olympics and I was very challenged. In fact, when I enrolled, I happened to be laying flat on the couch because I had so much fatigue from a major life-threatening illness that I had been through, and I was recovering. And yet, when I laid there, I thought, I want more. And when I had talked to the director of Wisconsin Senior Olympics at the time, Molly, she had told me that all I have to do is get from one end of the pool and back. One end of the pool and back. I thought, well, that sounds achievable. And so I thought about it and I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. And so after I got off the phone, I realized I signed up for 5 heats in swimming. I just started laughing, thinking, what have I done? And yet I had already made the commitment, and so I moved forward. I called my mother, and I said to her, this is what I've done. I am going to be in the Wisconsin Senior Olympic. She busted out laughing. And yet, knowing that I had already made the commitment, we decided together that we would take this journey. I said, I can't do this one alone. Are you in? She said, we're in. And so we moved forward. When I started, I didn't know how to do a flip turn. I did not know how to go off the starting blocks. So I watched YouTube regularly, over and over and over and over again. And I literally practiced in my living room. Eventually I got to the swimming pool and practiced on and on. And I also got my cheerleading team together, and the individuals actually wore t-shirts that said Team Gloria. Boy, didn't that feel good. And the biggest cheerleader of all was my mom. She had her health challenges, and so did I. But it didn't matter because we were focused on something very positive, and we were creating growth in our life, and it was really exciting. And so as I moved on, I started to think, you know what? I can do this. I really believe in my heart I can do this. But I needed more support. When I realized that I needed more support, I had to really sit back and think about this. I knew exactly what I had to do. I had to implement the 5 steps to take action and win, and that's exactly what I did. Let me show you. Step number 1, be laser focused. I knew that I was going to be swimming in 5 heats. I had the support of 2 very important people, my 92-year-old mother and Molly. We were ready to go. Number 2, I needed to create a new mindset. I had never competed before. I was a rookie. So I called up my niece and I said, let's take a road trip. We went to Squaw Valley. We got into the car with her family and we drove. We had a great time, and then we pulled up to Squaw Valley. Oh my God, how exciting that was. And they even had the Olympic torch there. And I had planned on going swimming in the pool. It was July, but that didn't happen because it was snowing. So that's okay. I did have the opportunity to stand on the block where the Olympians that came before me would have stood when they received the bronze, the silver, and the gold. And I, of course, was standing where the Olympian won the gold. And it was really exciting because I was there with my grandnephew, Tucker, and my grandniece, Emma. And it was just a moment I will always treasure. So I knew that my mindset was ready. I decided in my mind that when I would practice, I would be Katie Ledecky, the great swimmer with so many medals. And it really helped because I decided I'm going to win the gold just like she did. Then I had to also implement step number 3. I had to make sure that I was having fun during this period of time because when you're competing, it's very difficult. And you really have to want to do it. So I would make sure to go to the different events within the Senior Olympics. They'd have parties. I volunteered for field and track out in Menominee Falls. And I also made sure to go to the YMCA and enroll in programs there with Karen. And then, of course, as I've mentioned before, I am a rock star, so I had been playing a lot of music. So that was just really the fun that I was having amidst the training to win the gold. Next, I had to create a community, and that was easy because with the Wisconsin Senior Olympics, people are very inviting. And we would go out to dinner, and I would also enjoy just watching other people. Here is our president who had been golfing. And then I got to be the MC of a program that we did to encourage people to be a part of the Senior Olympics. And my guest was Bonnie Blair, one of the most medal achieved individuals in history. And there she was with us, and it was just absolutely exciting. How is that for creating a community? The next one was to take action and win. I did. I actually won a gold medal. And here I am with my mom. I won the gold medal. And that was the most exciting thing possible. Not only did I win one, I won 3 golds and 2 silvers. I swam, she cheered, and we won. And it was great because we did it together. I did win the gold, but I didn't do it alone. I did it with her. We did it together. And there was something so much more, though. There was a silver lining that far transcended anything to do with a medal. And that was how the challenges of our health was replaced by endless joy and unconditional love that we shared during this period of time. And for that, I am forever grateful to the Wisconsin Senior Olympics. It was so exciting. And so as you think about your journey, what are you going to do to implement your 5 steps? We want to see your photo. We want to see your victories. And you know what? We're even going to post it at the Wisconsin Senior Olympic website. So I encourage you to get started and make this happen for yourself. There are so many people that came before me that were successful. Here are some of the various teams, and you can see the great personal achievements that all of these people have had. I achieved victory. They all achieved victory. And now it's time for you to achieve victory. Believe you can, and trust me, you will. Here are my medals. I hold the gold. Not only one, but 3. And that is so exciting, and you can do the same. I also have 2 silvers. It's so much fun when you join us in doing this and having a wonderful journey along with us. I was a rookie when I came into this and when I made my commitment. I am now a gold medal Olympian. Here it is. If I can, you can too. Hello, fellow athletes. I have great news for you. Today we are officially kicking off the athletic training season for the 2020 Wisconsin Senior Olympics. And it's an ideal time to do this because after several months of a mandatory stay-at-home state order due to the coronavirus pandemic, our community and even our world is opening up. And it's just so exciting to be out. And so we decided to come to the lakefront and just enjoy the beautiful view that we have here and literally start our Olympic training. As the doors open, our community is going to open to a very different world. And the path that awaits us will have its challenges. But as we continue to tap into the valuable resources that we have learned through the program, 5 Steps to Take Charge and Win, we can continue to stay focused, to move forward optimistically into the future, and to help facilitate a better world. So today it is time for all of us to come together and claim the victory of fulfilling our personal goals as well as winning that gold. The registration begins July 1st, and the open ceremonies, which you do not want to miss, is scheduled for July 27th. And then the games are currently scheduled August 1st through September 13th. So go to the website and decide the date that you want for your event, or that's going to be for your event, and mark that on your calendar. To empower you to do your very best, we have 15-minute interviews that are going to be available for you. And those are interviews with the athletes and the experts so that you're going to learn even more valuable tips to enhance your skill set so you can be the first one across the line. And these interviews and the tutorials, along with announcements when we have really fun events going on, all that's going to be posted at the website. And to inspire you to get into action now, we have 3 PDF downloads for you at the website as well. And you can print those out and put them in your home and post them as a reminder of moving forward on your sport. And the 3 are: declare your laser focus, the 5 steps to take charge and win, and of course claim your victory. So I suggest you go to the website now while this valuable gift is still available. And actually, while you're still there, how about subscribing so that you can keep posted on everything that we've got going on? And that subscription is free. And also, while you're there, maybe you can give us a heads up to support us, that good old thumbs up. We all know that every day is a celebration. It truly is such a gift. And today it's even extra special because we have 2 reasons. Actually, we have 3 reasons to celebrate. The first is obviously we're kicking off our athletic training season for the Wisconsin Senior Olympics. And the other is that it's Memorial Day, a day to honor the men and the women who gave their lives for our country and for our freedom. Just look at what a beautiful vista that we have. This great, beautiful country of America. And we can reflect on this song, so beautifully said patriotically by Lee Greenwood. And the words would be, "I'm proud to be an American. There ain't no doubt.
I love this great land. God bless the USA. And the third reason for this being such an extra special day is that we have the official Olympic torch with us. And this is from the 23rd Games, the Olympian Games in Los Angeles. It's really just an honor to have this in my hands because I can literally feel the confidence, the courage, and the exhilaration of the victory of those that came before us. And what's so exciting is as I hold this great symbol of confidence, we are going to carry that into our training that we are about to begin for the Wisconsin Senior Olympics. Let the athletic training begin for the Wisconsin Senior Olympics as we seize this moment and claim our victory together.